Right. So this is my friend, Gozika.
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
35.
Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment you've got braids in.
I have, yeah.
Okay, but let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
We want to know all about your hair journey.
Sure.
Okay, so from the beginning.
Um, my mum started, I think it was wet look actually, curly perm.
Really? Hang on.
When
How old was you then?
I was, see, I asked her just before you came actually, and I think it was 11, 10 or 11. I can't remember if I'd started year 7 or not. So 10 or 11, I'm actually not certain of the time.
Okay,
It was
so up until then you had afro hair.
I had afro hair.
Do you remember what it was like?
Not really. I remember my mum like pulling it into all sort of shapes when I was younger. I had, the thread.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I had that.
which I actually quite liked, but then people didn't like it.
Okay.
You know, you get the Mickey calling and stuff.
Really?
But
Did people used to make comments about your hair?
Yeah, but
when
I
it was
quite
in
liked it. I think it's just because it's quite unusual, and I was the only person that they'd ever seen with it. So,
Okay.
people are scared of things that are different, as it were.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I had thread. My mum used to cornrow it. What else did she used to do? Just like put it up into like 2 buns and stuff. I remember one time being called Mickey Mouse. Oh no, Minnie Mouse. When I was young, and I remember looking at this guy and thinking, sort of thing. This was when I was young.
Did it upset
she
you?
Looks like, she looks like Minnie Mouse. Yeah, it did. Because I liked my hair, and then somebody who has no business commenting decides to comment to my mum as if I'm invisible. It's like, no, because children are like sponges. Children will hear anything, and I was just like,
And they take it on board.
yeah, they do,
So
definitely.
it's an interesting point that you're making, that you actually were very happy with your hair growing up.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, but
I
it was
liked
other
it.
people
Yeah.
making comments that made you feel bad about it or
Yeah.
made you feel a way about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
And then you got to 11 and your mum decided that she was going to put Jheri curl in your hair.
Yeah.
Do you know why she decided to do that?
I think she decided it was easier to maintain than like a relaxer.
Okay.
So
it was going to be a choice between one of the two. She was not going to leave
it was
it.
going to happen, definitely.
Wow.
It was not going to be natural.
And how did you feel about the Jheri curl? How was that experience for you?
I didn't actually like it. I used to like comb it out as soon as I could, get it sort of like more straight.
Okay. Because Jheri curl is supposed to be a bit curly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really like tight curls, and I was just like, no.
I remember like it. Do you know what I mean? Not with you personally, but just Jheri curl in general. People used to put a lot of grease on it.
Yeah.
You know, like coming
lot.
to America, you see the stains on the chair. Do you know what I mean? Like, so did you have a lot of grease?
Yeah.
And did it used to get on your
protectors? Yeah. You have to
Okay.
have all of that. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you had Jheri curl from what age to what age? From 11 till.
Well, I didn't have it for that long. I'm not sure. Maybe a year, couple of years, and then it was onto the relaxers.
And then you relaxed it.
Yeah.
Your mum
my
relaxed
mum
it?
relaxed it. Yeah.
Okay. And then what happened?
I just remember all those burns.
Wow.
The burns. Oh, it just was not good.
You got.
And like I didn't like having it done because of the burns. And my mum would be like, "Don't comb it the day before we do it, to like not agitate the scalp." Because
Yeah.
like she went on hairdressing courses and stuff. She actually worked at hairdressers. She used to do it at home and stuff.
Okay.
So like she knows more than I guess
The average person.
Yeah, average person on the street. What it's going to do and stuff, but like she's still willing to put it on my head.
This is
like,
the
I'm looking at
thing.
it now and I'm just like, what? How old was I? I
This
was
is
young.
the thing. Yeah. And you had no
So-
idea, obviously.
None.
And your mum's there
Like
putting
keep
these.
your eyes closed and stuff when it's being put on, and
Wow.
like when it's being washed out and all of that activate. Oh man.
And every time you'd get burns.
Pretty much every time I'd get burns.
And your mum would carry on.
Yeah.
And
She
what about
would.
breakage?
I don't particularly remember breakage actually. Probably because I've stopped doing it like so many years ago now. I think it did break, but my hair was quite long then.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I was going to ask you.
It
So
was-
you
it
remember
was
it
quite
was
long.
still quite long,
Yeah.
even though you was using, well, it had been abused by relaxers
Well.
and Jheri curl. Do you know what I mean? Chemicals. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you had relaxer up until how old?
Well, I went to Manchester when I was like 19. And I remember when every time I came back, basically I used to have it retouched.
Okay.
So, maybe, so from 19, maybe till maybe 22 or something? 22, 23?
It was relaxed.
Yeah.
And then what
Still,
happened?
well, from like about 12 till, so we're talking about 10 years.
Yeah, of chemical
altogether.
treatments.
Yeah, basically.
And then what happened?
I decided I wasn't going to do it anymore. I had enough of the burns. I was just like, no.
So what?
I just basically left it. And I remember coming back and my mum's like, you don't want me to do your hair anymore? And I'm just like, no. And I just sort of like left it and like just started putting it in braids. But I put it in braids from time to time anyway.
During that time.
Because I liked it. I mean, I've got them now, you can see. There you go. Ghanaian cornrows.
Okay.
I like them, it's neat, it's practical, it's easy for me. So yeah, I started putting it in braids.
When you was 23?
Well, before then, but I'd have it like, I'd have braids and then I'd have relaxer under it.
Yeah.
Basically, but now it's natural.
So from 23 you stopped relaxing your hair?
Yeah, probably about 23.
And have you relaxed it since?
No.
So how old are you now? 36?
35.
35. So I'm not sure how many. I'm not sure how many years that is under pressure. But like my maths is not
It's
good.
12.
12
So
years.
about 12 years.
You've been natural.
Yeah.
But for those 12 years, have you had braids
Yeah.
consistently all the time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why have you not shown your hair during that 12 years?
I like braids. I do really like braids. For me, it's ease. Like, I like the time I get in the morning.
Okay,
because it's like
you were saying you get up at 6 o'clock to go to work.
no. I get up at between 4:30 and 5 to go to work. I start work at 6, so it's not about faffing about with your hair
in the morning.
in the morning. It really
so
isn't.
how long did it take you to have this hairstyle done?
Under 2 hours.
Okay, and how often? How long will it last?
About 6 weeks.
And how much does it cost?
About £40. It depends, like, what I do. Like, sometimes I have, like, you know, the twists.
Okay.
Single twists.
Yeah.
That lasts a bit longer. 2 months. Sometimes I leave it in a bit longer. That should, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone's got to watch the pennies these days.
Yeah, no, it's expensive.
So,
I was just going to say, so if you're spending £40 every 6 weeks,
yeah.
you know, on a basic hair
it's
braids.
actually better to get it, like, twist or single plaits, but they take so long, which is why I tend to opt for this, because it is quicker.
Okay.
So, and it does the same thing in effect.
Okay, but so how long is your natural hair? It's been 12 years that you've been growing it underneath your braids. How long is it?
When I just have it out, it's about like that.
Wow. Okay.
And then when I have it straightened, because I have it straightened, it's about there. I've actually got a picture on my phone which I can show you.
Why do you have it straightened?
I like it. I like the look of it straight.
How do you straighten it?
I go to the hairdresser, and I have, because obviously it's in braids all the time.
Yeah.
I have a deep heat treatment put on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm under the steamer for like half an hour, and then they like rinse it out, and then I get it straightened after for the hairdressers.
Straightened how? With straighteners?
Yeah, with straighteners.
Okay.
With the ones that they put in the heat.
And then, so when you do that, you'd leave your hair out for a little while?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of having your own natural hair, like afro kinky coils, have you ever left that out and like been out for some time?
Only between plaits. So only between braids. So if I take my braids out and then I go to the hairdresser, sometimes it might be a week before I go to the hairdresser.
But it's only because you're in between styles. It's not a style in itself.
No,
you're not intending to have your hair like that. You're waiting to have your hair done.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to get to the crux of. Why that is. Do you see what I'm saying? You've got long, natural hair. Do you see what I'm saying? So, do you know what I mean? I find it a bit strange that nobody's showing that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, totally. For me, I didn't mind it when it was out, but like I say, I get up really early in the morning. So when I took my hair out of braids and I've just got my natural hair, I have to get up that bit early in the morning. Now I get up really early in the morning as it is.
So what? Could you not do like a protective style with your own hair and sort of it could. Do you know what I mean? A style that you don't have to touch. Do you know what I mean? You just go to the hairdresser, have your own hair plaited up. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. I have had my natural hair in braids before, as in just cornrows.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I like it with more body to it.
It gives more body with having extensions. What do you think about this phenomenon that we have going on? You know, if you get on a bus, if you get on public transport, if you just step out of your house now, you're going to see every black woman that you see is going to have.
Oh, I've seen.
Right.
I've noticed it more now that you
have highlighted it.
Definitely. I have noticed it, and it's like, I can't even remember seeing anyone with natural hair. I've seen a lot of bad weaves, a lot of really bad weaves.
I'm glad.
And sometimes I'm like, well, if you're going to spend the money, you've got to upgrade it because it's just not looking good.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know.
So you're saying you've seen what I've seen. Yeah. Black women are not showing their hair in London, at least. That's where we are.
Not in Manchester either.
Okay.
Which is where I am. I'm in Manchester.
So you're in Manchester, and you're saying in Manchester it's the same thing. Yeah. So what do you think about that? Why are we doing that?
Yeah. I mean, I know why I do it.
You're saying maintenance, but why is... Do you know what I mean? Like, because I've just said, like, do you know what I mean? In terms of maintenance, we could do styles with our own natural hair.
We could do.
That we wouldn't have to touch on a day-to-day basis. So that's not going to take any time. So, do you know what I mean? I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Not even for you personally, but do you know what I mean? As black people in general.
Yeah.
What do you feel like the reason for that is? Because white girls don't do that.
They do what?
Sorry. Not all of them have got some sort of extension in their hair. Do you see what I mean?
No, not all of them. But there's quite a few more than maybe people realise.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I've taken one of my friends to my hairdresser, lovely lady. I've taken her there because she's got naturally blonde hair, white girl. She's got naturally blonde hair. And it's really thin, and she wanted body, so she went and got, you know, I don't know if it was fake hair or if it was real hair, but matched hair at the hairdressers.
Yeah.
The same hairdressers I go to, and the same hair shop that I go to.
These hair extensions that she put in, was it like a complete? You know, you can get like a full weave where none of your hair will be on show, and then you can get like, you know, some pieces put in maybe with bonding.
Yeah.
Or maybe
pieces.
So some of her hair was on display, and she just put some pieces in to thicken it. Right.
And it did look good.
Yeah. But my point is that black girls, like your hair, for example, all of it is covered.
It is.
None of your kinky is showing.
No.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the 12 years that it's been kinky, unless you're in between styles, you don't show it either.
No, I don't.
There's got to be a reason for this. More so than maintenance.
No. For me, it's maintenance.
So it's not that you're ashamed of...
No, not at all.
You like your kinky hair?
I don't dislike it.
Wow, but you don't like it?
No, it's not that I don't like it. I like the length. I think it is a nice length, but I do like it when it's straight. But I do, when I straighten it with my own... I mean, it's my own hair.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the look.
Of straight hair?
Of straight hair.
Is that because that's all we see?
No, I don't think so. I don't think it's that. I like straight hair. I do like straight hair. But it's not even just that, you know. People with curly hair, they want straight hair. People with straight hair, they want curly hair. People want what they haven't got.
Okay.
I don't think it's just, you know...
You don't think it's a thing of wanting to be white, for example,
no,
or not wanting to be who you are?
I think people want what they haven't got.
And it's as simple
people
as
who
that.
find it hard to grow their hair want long hair. People who've got long hair sometimes are like, oh, I really want short hair, but they don't want to make that big chop, the big change, because it might not be so easy to grow it again.
So would you ever put your own hair on display? Like, now that you've... Do you know what I mean? Now that I've... Because I want to see black people... I want to see our own hair. That's what I want to see. In its natural state. When I go outside, that's what I'd like to see. So do you think that you will ever do that?
Possibly.
Stop with the braids.
Done it. I might... in the future, like when in between when I have my hair treated, because it needs treatment, I know it needs treatment, I would have it out longer than I have had it out before. I've had it out for like a week. I would have it for longer than that, or 10 days.
Your own hair you've had out for a week or 10 days.
Yeah.
And that's normal for us.
Yeah,
do you know
it's
what
not
I mean?
long. I know, it's
do you
not
know what
long,
I mean?
is it? When I say it like that, it's like, whoa, that's my own hair and I'm not having it out. But
right.
Yeah, for me, it is a purely maintenance thing.
You don't miss your own hair when it's... Do you know what I mean? Not being able to see it or touch it or wash it.
Well, I see it when I have it out, when I have my braids out.
Every 2 months or every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks, 2 months, and then I see it, and then it's nice to have it out for a change. But then I like having it back in for a change as well. Like sometimes, like I've just had before this style, I had twists. So I like them. I like being able to put different colours in my hair and stuff.
If you went to work with your afro, what kind of reception do you think you would get? Do you think?
Oh well, I've been to work when I've had my hair out, when it's been natural, and they're like, oh, they're like quite surprised. So yeah,
surprised to see you in your natural state. Yeah. But did you get good?
It doesn't happen often, to be fair.
Did you get good feedback, or did you feel uncomfortable?
No. Do you know what? People are like, oh, I really like your hair, because they're not used to seeing it. And they're like, wow, can I touch it? Don't touch my hair. Do I ask to touch your hair? No. Don't be touching my hair.
But people
whether
are
it's in afro, whether it's in plaits. No.
Yeah, but people are fascinated because they're not seeing it. Do you know what I mean?
When I've had it out. It was, when was it? It was only a couple of weeks ago. I had it out, and they're like, can I touch it? But like, some people don't even say, can I? They just start, and I'm just like, back off.
Yeah, you feel
it's
like
mine. Yeah, you feel a bit violated because it's like that's my hair. You're just touching without permission. No. Would I do that to you? No. So it's just a bit of respect. But it is because it is fascinating because people don't see it. So I get it. I just don't want it to happen to me. Back off.
See, I would like to see it too. That's do you know what I mean? That's the bottom line for me.
Why.
But so I'm just gonna carry on talking to people and carry on highlighting it, and
you should, yeah, it's good.
See what happens. But thank you
No
very
problem.
much. Very interesting and informative interview.
Oh, no problem at all.